it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter, the cameras more numerous. I don't know, there's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
Let's go.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Green 80.
We got Mike 50, huh? I'm coming.
One left.
I'm coming. Jack.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, look at the juke. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Wilson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Mike
37.
Check
your hot read.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Heavy on the edges.
And that'll set them back 5.
Mike, 50. Here we go.
What's it? Check number 6. Check.
Hey, alert.
Tight end. Watch tight end. Gun.
Hey, check 40.
On second down, Wilson.
He's not going to get me.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
We own them. Hey, Zoo.
Mike 51. Silver.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
Mike 51.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
He'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Kenny Clark, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Get it.
Here's Taylor. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Five.
Mike 51. 50 now.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor. Finds a seam inside the 40. And a cutback right sideline. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper.
We got this.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a run with Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
380. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Mike 37. Took right. Fair. There we go. 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. Watch the slant. Check. Kill.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Don't let him breathe, defense. Bring out. Fair. 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. All day, baby, all day.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
I got you, son. Hey, 0. 37 is the Mike. Mike 37.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Alert 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That good for 22 and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. It's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down, it's Taylor. There he goes inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. On second down, it's Pollard. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Watch tape. Delta. Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. Joker. 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 Joker.
Now back to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Daniil Hunter. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Didn't get the big yardage. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been a constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
14. Come on, 37's the mark. Come on.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
It's a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or. Look at me. Door. Hit it. Rush in.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Shoves him away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. From 17 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Cowboys take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
4 down. Kill. Turn it up.
Now Cook. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the...
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Rosa's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run with Taylor.
Switch.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made by Miles Jack. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
Right there. Get it.
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. Big hit. Slam.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Crunch time, defense.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. Shoves him aside. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch left. Tight end. 4 down.
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his 1st attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over 1st
Get ready.
at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
what you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
Let's go, baby.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 40 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And he loses the football a second time. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Big hold of the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey.
Look, squeeze.
Watch twist.
Hey, foxtrot. Let's go.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returning it is Moore. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, Just chucked it free.
Live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, watch the slant.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. Throwing is Wilson, and this is caught. Amari Cooper. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Mike 37. You go left. Nightmare, son. You go nightmare.
Again, Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson to throw again. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Cooper was the intended target.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
51, Mike 51. Nice, sweetheart.
X3, 218, choppers. Hey, orbit.
They're going to look to throw.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's more on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Man left. Hey, 40.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Aldrich Rosas on for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was
bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, check.
Check. Lucky. Check 43.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Thick guy. Watch out.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 4th down now after a loss of 2. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ely, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
The Cowboys on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check pass. Check pass. Watch twist. Watch.
On the ground, it's Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for the touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. It's here set to begin the drive. And follow. Cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And now he's good. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
60. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Watch 10. Single.
He'll look to throw.
I'm here all day.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Five's the mic. I'm on. Big Ripper.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Three down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Miles Garrett in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
We're going 37's the mic.
Get ready.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Miles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's got the connection to Cooper. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Look. You got tight right there. Watch the ship.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds Cook. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go, man. Bring it up.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Coming for you. Hey, Alpha.
Mike 5. Who that? 5's the Mike.
Get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 5.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Buying time to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Watch the pass.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebacker, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.
Closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up.